Hey guys, how's it going? This is video 4, I believe, of the serverless website series in AWS. In this video, we are going to create an API gateway. Um, this is basically the API that your app can hit this API, which will trigger your Lambda function. Um, we also need to make a change to the file that we uploaded in our bucket to reflect the API endpoint. Um, but yeah, without further ado, let's get started and create an API gateway in AWS. So we're going to put in API gateway. Okay, so we're here. We're going to create an API. We are going to build it, an HTTP API. API name is going to be site counter 2. IPv4. We want to add an integration here. And we're going to do HTTP. We're going to do a GET. And we're going to do slash. Okay, let's go next. Um, maybe let me check my notes here. Because I remember I had some issues. Add integration, Lambda, create a GET route. Okay, let's go back. I'm going to go next for now. Configure routes. I'm gonna go next, next. Okay, let's create this. I'm gonna go ahead and create it, and then we're gonna go back in and edit some things on this. So here we'll go to the APIs. We'll go to site counter 2. We're gonna create a route here. This is gonna be get, create. Um, so we have that route. And that's just doing a get on the yep, and I want to add an integration to this. Create an integration. This is going to be a Lambda function. And let's choose a Lambda function. This is going to be our site counter 2. This is basically what this does is whenever you do a GET request to the API, it triggers this Lambda function. So it is basically we want to grant API gateway to invoke Lambda function. Yes. One other thing that we want to add is our cores, um, our headers, our origin access. Um, we want to make sure that we allow this. So we're going to allow headers from star, which means any origin, and we want to add the get method because that's what we're performing is get. And we're going to save that. First, oh, I forgot to add this you have to click this add button right here. Add, add star, add star. There we go. Let's go ahead and save this. Okie dokie. So let's go to our API, site counter 2. Let's go ahead and deploy this. Might already be deployed. So this is going to be our endpoint, which is, oh, sorry, which is important. We need to know the endpoint. Um, so let me go to our index HTML. So this is our HTML file, which on our first video, this is the one we updated or uploaded. And this little script here, a fetch in JavaScript, what that does, it's basically API request or HTTPS request to our endpoint. So we're just going to put our new endpoint in there. Um, going to go ahead and save this. And then what we need to do here is we need to navigate back to our S3 bucket so that we can remove the old and add in the new. So let's do our test bucket. We're going to remove this. And let's permanently delete. Permanently delete. Okay. So this has been uploaded. See if we can take a look inside. Yeah, let's just do an open. Okay. And that's incrementing our counter here. So let's see. Let's open up our site here. Um what's our static? Sorry, let me get these static mm, mm, mm. Apologize. See if I can get my static website address one more time. So here's our static website. Let's open this link in a new tab. Yep, and so that's working. I mean, that basically is our site right here. So every time we update, it's updating that counter. The last thing I want to do is just implement that CloudFront distribution, which I think will be safe to do in this video. It's not very difficult to do. So we go here to CloudFront, and we want to create a new distribution. Distribution name, visitor, site to single website. If you were, so I'm not using Route 53 for DNS, but if you are interested in that type of thing, you can add that in here. I'm not paying for that service right now, but this is how you would normally get your domain name. So yeah, we're gonna do S3. Um, want to do, or what is this? We want to do this one. We'll do that. Um, we're just copy and pasting the site from that we just used from S3. Do 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 do. Yep. And let's go next. Enable. I'm not doing a web application firewall at this time, so I'm gonna skip that. Pay as you go. Sounds good. Let's create the distribution. The origin name must be a domain name. Okay. When in doubt, use the browse feature. Okay. Choose. Yep. So there we go. I think that was the same name, but okay. Maybe I had something else on there. Okay. Create distribution. See if that goes. Successfully created. Now I'm going to pause this while it's deploying because the deployment takes a minute. So let me just pause it. Okay, so my CloudFront distribution has deployed now. Took a couple minutes. So once it deploys, you'll get this distribution domain name. And that's the URL you want to check. So I have it in here. Um, yeah, site's working. Everything appears to be working. Um, so this is basically how I mean, this is one of the, I want to say, cheaper and more scalable ways, I guess, to deploy a website. Um, if you're if your like your backend doesn't really need that much compute, um, or it just like if you're just doing a basic app that updates something in a database, this is a really easy way to deploy the app, I think. I've tried other ways of deploying using like um what was it? It was like render.com you can host for free basically. But it's not as scalable and I believe they charge for backend too. Like so I mean this is a really good option and you don't have to use no SQL. You can use like RDS, different databases, database types, SQL, Oracle, whatever you need to use. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of cool little project. But yeah, I'm done here, and I hope you guys enjoyed that and learned a lot.